Today we have a jam-packed session, and that's why I
Okay.
wanted Farhan also to come in, but that's okay. I'll share the video. We're going to
Okay.
cover that brings us to this session, and also we'll do hands-on today, right?
Okay.
It'll not just be me demoing. I want you guys to run some demos and execute. Okay, so we are going to cover these things today. 1 second.
Actually, can I say one thing before we continue? Yeah, so
Go
today
ahead.
you said it's going to be about skills?
Yeah,
Okay, great. Yeah, that's all I need to know. Yeah,
awesome.
because there's a lot of skills I've seen out there and I haven't used or downloaded any of them because I would rather learn how to use it before the skill so I could see the difference. Like I know the difference. So
Awesome.
it'll be cool to see what you
Yeah,
recommend.
perfect. And also, I think I have got a video playlist on this Claude Code Intermediate to Advanced. So you can also go through those videos to just dig deeper. I got some fancy examples there going on and all those. But today, what we'll do is I'll just walk you through context management, Git management, because hallucination is something that LLMs do quite a lot, and you have to be aware of how to mitigate that risk. We have gone through this in the first session, but this is a quick revision and some advanced concepts. Then we'll cover hooks. Hooks again, it's an advanced concept. Like for developers, it's probably very useful. For PMs, there are some things where you can apply hooks, but it's good to know. It's a good weapon in your arsenal. You need to know when you want to use. I'll cover how I am using hooks for a couple of my workflows as well. And then finally, there are skills, right? Skills, what we will do today is I will make you download a couple of skills today, and we are going to do hands-on. One is obviously the feature breakdown or PRD maker we saw in our lightning session. We're going to do that. We are going. Each of you is going to describe your own ideas, and we'll see what the PRD maker or feature breakdown comes up with. And two, I'm going to make you download a couple of skills from Anthropic, especially in terms of PDF creation, Excel, PPT. They got very good skills over there. They work with Claude like a charm, Claude Code like a charm, right? So we'll download a couple of them and put it to use. Okay. Manage your context windows. You can yourself manage this context window much better. For instance, what I do is whenever I start a particular task in a code base, let's say I want to add a new feature, right? Now I'll do a plan mode. I'll do the planning for the new feature. Then once execution is done, testing is done, I'm happy with that. I will sort of do /clear, right? So I'll actually clear the entire context window. I don't use compact much. We'll go through that. But /clear is super helpful. So let's say if you're building multiple features and you think that one of the features is completely built, don't immediately jump onto a new feature within the same window or within the same context. Do a /clear. If you want some things to be saved from your current session or there are some learnings, you can always ask Claude to save it in your project level memory files, right? So you're building a new feature called, let's say, Pinecone integration, right? And you have learned that some things were breaking when you are doing the Pinecone integration. Maybe Pinecone has an updated document, which Claude never knew, right? Because Claude is trained 6 months back. What you can do is during your course of action, maybe you tried a different API, you shared one documentation, you maybe copied documentation from Pinecone, pasted in Claude, you made it read, and then based on that, it ran some commands, and finally your integration was successful, right? Now, this was some hard things that you have learned during your session, and you don't want a Claude to lose this information when you come back again. So what you do during that time is you ask Claude to, and obviously if you do /clear, all this context is cleared. So Claude will never know that this information existed, right? So what I typically do is I ask Claude to save these new learnings of Pinecone integration in the project level memory file, so that whenever I come back to the same project again, that data is retained, right? And then I'll do a /clear command so that I clear the context from this window, and I can then go and build my next feature, right? So always keep this in mind. Don't start chatting just because the window is open for you. Don't start chatting endlessly in the same window, especially once on the max plan where context window can be as huge as 1 million. There are two disadvantages for this. One is obviously your context window is bloated, so you are paying a lot of tokens. And two, as your context window gets bloated, the quality of output also degrades, right? Claude operates pretty well within 200K limit. The moment you cross 200K, the quality of output typically degrades. So slash clear, just keep that in mind for every new feature. Anyways, so what does branching mean? Branching means this is more like saving at every point in time, right? If you guys have played video games, a lot of you guys, when you are crossing through a difficult boss level fight, you tend to save the current checkpoint so that even if the boss kills you, you come back from the same checkpoint and continue your fight, right? So branching is very similar. Effectively, you're saving the current version. You don't want to spoil the production level version, which is the origin main of your Git. So what you do is you open a new branch, right? In your organizations, what happens is every developer will have their own branch. So if Rajesh, Eddie, and Nikhil are three developers, typically in organizations, they will have one branch called Rajesh. They'll have one branch called Eddie. They'll have another branch called Nikhil. So that each of you can operate within your individual branches. And once you finish your coding, your testing, and you think everything is looking good, then you sort of raise a PR, right? PR is a request that you raise to merge it to the main branch so that your branch gets merged with the main code base. Okay. And Git has a lot of interesting things in which it can resolve some issues automatically. For example, let's say Eddie is working on file number one. I am working on file number two, right? So which means there is no overlap. And you raise a PR, there will not be any merge conflict, and it goes through very smoothly to the main branch. If Eddie and I both are working on file number one, right, and we make some changes which are maybe conflicting in nature, Git has a way to erase those conflicts as well. It will not let you merge to the main branch. It will throw some errors and all those things, right? Now, the beauty is you don't need to break your head on all these things. The simple process that you have to follow is whenever you're creating a new feature, just ask Claude to create a new branch, work within this new branch. When you tested it, you are completely fine with it, you are satisfied with your feature, then you ask it to raise a PR request, and Claude itself can actually review and merge this request for you, right? So very simple process. You create a new branch whenever you are working on a new feature. You commit your work into the once you are done with your testing, you commit it to the main branch or raise a pull request, and you can ask Claude to review this and merge it for you, right?